I just couldn't stay away from the janky, clanky goodness of online bootlegs. Today we're going to be reviewing and analyzing more fake FNAF ports on the web to see how well they stack up to the original, and point out any other odd details I may have found. I already went into the shady and predatory business practices of fake game sites last time, so if you need a recap on what's going on here, go and watch my first video. I personally like the format of looking at an actual attempt at recreating one of the mainline games, and then delving into some of the other brain-rotted goofy-ass titles. Obviously, no hate towards any of the original creators of these fan games who had their work yoinked from them by various domains looking for a quick buck. There are plenty of FNAF remakes and ports that all vary significantly in both quality and accuracy. But I'm reviewing games specifically found on FNAFgame.io, which is the first result that appears on Google when you search up FNAF, aka baby's first experience with a computer. Most of these ports have been sitting here collecting dust on the internet for a while, and some of you may have even grown up playing them. But don't worry, they are still actively being played by kids all these years later.
Yep, you're banned.
Time truly is a flat circle. So, if your game is found here, congratulations, you're at the premiere of children's entertainment. Let's start off with FNAF 2. FNAF version 2. Have you tried? Have I tried what? Why are you looking at me like that? Special upgrades in FNAF 2. There will be a bunch of new cartoon characters. Toy Freddy is a leader in the electronic toy industry. He is a brown bear with a red bow. Bonnie Toy, a blue rabbit with a purple bow. He is Toy Freddy's best friend. Chica Toy, yellow chicken with red bibs. She lost hers. Mangle, a misread version of Toy Foxy. She is the most unpredictable person in the animatronic toy. Puppet, a small wooden puppet that controls the animation of the toy. Some animated characters from FNAF 1 will disappear. At Five Nights at Freddy's 2, there will be 5 nights instead of 4. Okay, that's enough out of you. Nothing like a bit of AI slop to whet our palates before diving in. I was honestly shocked to see the opening cutscene here, in all its pixelated glory. There's a distinct lack of Bonnie or Chica, but maybe they're just outside our very narrow cone of vision. And look at this cute little menu screen. We got some static and even the glitch effect on the toy animatronics, while still rocking that iconic original menu theme. But let's see how the actual gameplay holds up. In terms of appearance, clearly everything looks really compressed and grainy, but I kind of find that charming. It's how I would imagine this game looking if it had like a DS port or something. Everything else is pretty spot on. UI elements behave as they should, the flashlight works everywhere, and the cameras will start rotating as usual. Unlike the first game, animatronics appear properly on cameras, and we even got phone guy yapping in the background. The only real odd detail that stood out is the desk fan simultaneously spinning and not spinning. Add that to the laundry list of OSHA violations for this company. Of course, I had to test and see if the most important detail was left intact. And it works. This alone tells me this was made with love and care. The rest of the game doesn't even matter. But that would make for a boring video, so I played through the night, looking longingly into Bonnie's eyes for a few hours. And then this happened. There's a lot I could say here.
Man, I'm dead.
Like how Bonnie just camps an event for 30 seconds.
Hello.
Or how all the UI and static is completely bugging out. Or how I still won while getting jump scared, which is made even sillier when you realize it's 4 AM. Or even the genius design of having to restart the game to progress, but I'm just gonna let that all slide. The important thing is, we have made it through the first night, ladies and gentlemen. I am no longer washed. Maybe we can even have a full playthrough of the... The Red Fox is not done tormenting me just yet. Yeah, so there's a couple small problems. Bonnie and presumably the Wizard's attack phases take too long. And if Foxy doesn't feel the sweet warm embrace of photons on his chrome dome every millisecond, you bet your sweet Bippy he's coming for that booty. And this really speaks to the intricate design philosophy of Scott Cawthon's original titles when you realize the gameplay loop completely breaks when one of these mechanics stops working. For example, Chica does not enter the office like Bonnie and will simply return to a previous camera when the Freddy mask is down. The player knows when it's safe to take the mask off because they'll hear. But when you don't play that sound, you get moments like this. These little audio cues are pivotal at helping the player maximize efficiency when managing both the music box and Foxy. Well, except that one night in particular, but my point still stands. Speaking of audio, while I believe every important sound effect is here this time around, they aren't exactly played when they should be. Wow, he is really having a hard time in there. Any day now. And I bet I've got some juicy lore in here for you. There he is. You know that FNAF meme sound? It's called with_s2.wave, and it normally plays when any animatronic is in any of these cameras, your office or the front hallway. Here, it kinda just plays whenever. Or suddenly stops. I tried desperately to find some workaround with Foxy, but it just wasn't gonna happen. Instead, I turned my attention to finding out who the original creator of this masterpiece was. I couldn't believe they wouldn't leave some credit to themselves, but that wasn't gonna stop me from tracking them down. I knew this was made on Scratch, but if you know Scratch, that's not really narrowing it down. It's like playing GeoGuessr and saying it's somewhere in Eurasia.
This looks, Belgium?
I tried reverse image searching, which pulled up some very old YouTube videos.
Bringing you Five Nights at Freddy's online remake.
And then I tried finding its project ID in the HTML to no avail. Almost all of these fake sites use Turbo Warp to repackage these games before uploading them, which removes a lot of important tags and metadata. At some point, I had to use my last resort, going to the second page of Google, where I finally found what I believe is the first instance of this project, by deadmouse_for-the-win. I say believe because there's a more similar version made by Drawberry, but Deadmauses came first on January 20th, 2015. But neither of these are the version that is hosted on FNAF Game I.O. How do I know this? I don't recall the desk coming to terms with existing, nor Freddy looking at me like he's seen my search history. This means that the actual version is one of the many remixes of these projects, which, if you don't know, is someone taking your pre-existing work and doing their own thing with it. In this case, that being fixing whatever this is. Normally, this would be the part in the video where I look through the code and find out why I died so early and other inconsistencies, but this is Scratch, a Build-A-Bear compiler designed to be as intuitive as possible by using visual blocks. I spent the last couple of years looking at this, so seeing this confuses my brain and stresses me out. No AI levels this time around, but I don't need any code to tell you that Foxy is once again the problem. Did no one know how this character worked back then? This particular port isn't even all that bad. Sure, it's rough around the edges, you got me. But it still managed to simulate the FNAF 2 experience. If you've ever dipped your toes into game development, you'll know 1 or 2 mistakes is all it takes to make your game unplayable. And unfortunately, this is one of those times. Judging by these profiles, I'd imagine these creators were quite young when they put this together, so kudos to them for even getting a product out this close to the original. Let's see how the audience feels.
This is a pretty good. It's not as real or as the real one, but it works. I keep dying on the first night, but that's okay.
Yay, I almost got to the second night but died.
This is good for the people that don't have FNAF 2.
I love the game. Remember me my golden ages.
Press the red button now to administer a controlled shock.
Now we're not done just yet, so don't you dare go anywhere. I promised you some slop, and you are gonna like it! Every time I come back to this godforsaken website, this FNAF Shooter keeps enticing me like a free V-Buck scam. I know it's too good to be true, but I gotta see it for myself. Don't stay late at the supermarket. Cute, funny animatronics come alive every night. They turn off the power and start hunting down the remaining visitors. You are the only one who can handle them. Animatronics are very tenacious. It is not enough to break their arm or leg. They will still haunt you. The only way to destroy them is to tear them apart. Revive and save the world from the invasion of animatronics. I haven't even started yet and you're hitting me with paywalls? Take me out to dinner first at least, good grief.
Hey, yo!
What are we even working with here? Okay, we got grenades. So, here comes Freddy. And I've already broken the game. Nice. Good stuff. I did not, in fact, break the game. Someone just forgot to add gravity. So, walking off any ramp or ledge will just keep you suspended in the air. Remember, it's not a bug, it's a feature. But that is honestly the least of my worries here.
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier.
That short clip I just showed you is basically the entire game. Run around the mall looking for either Freddy, Toy Bonnie, or slightly darker Toy Bonnie, because that's all the budget we've got apparently, and then shoot them until none are left. Can you guess what happens next? The exact same thing, of course. Nothing changes between any of these levels, except maybe their health? The headshot sound clip, instead of playing after they die, it plays every single time some of that titanium registers with their cranium. And with such inflated tops, you get lovely moments like this. I didn't realize this until later, but there's a lot of guns. Way too many guns. It's looking like Half-Life 2 beta with all these guns. I mean, I'm glad we're prepared and all that, but these bozos barely even do anything. How am I supposed to be scared of this? He's literally giving me a friendly greeting.
Oh, hello there!
Oh, and there's also a melee with the knife, but it doesn't do anything, so yeah. If you could look past all of this, some effort was definitely put into FNAF Shooter. The gunplay is solid, and those Unity physics make this all come together very nicely. By far the most standout feature are the animatronics having fully destructible models.
What are you aiming at?
And just like the description says, they will even start crawling towards you if you shoot their legs. Not that there's any real reason to do this when their head is literally the size of the moon, but I digress. It's such a shame too, because if more work was put into the environment, difficulty, and AI, this could have been an instant classic banger of a title. But what's the point in doing all that when you can just get kids to watch ads for you and receive an RPG that'll last for one level? Well, such an ingenious, devious scheme was thought up by none other than Go-Man,
Go, Gadget, Murder, Goku!
who I believe is a Russian indie dev. As you can see, he's got an extensive catalog of games here, his most standout title being Time Shooter, a super hot clone that is admittedly really well made. He likely realized he's pretty adept in making shooters and just applied the genre to as many franchises popular with children as he could, and slapped ads all over them. I'm not even mad at the hustle. This is a pretty smart business strategy. Exploiting children. And that's gonna do it for this video. I've done enough yapping for one day. For those of you curious about the intro, what started off as a simple edit quickly spiraled into just recreating the entire playable cutscene in Godot. I might even make a video on how I did that. If you want to see more content like this, more FNAF, more fake games, and everything else, make sure to subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what games I should look at next. Maybe one of these days we'll actually beat one of these fake FNAF clones. But until then, I will see you guys on the other side. Take care. Let's remind the audience to like the video with a controlled shock.